There's something about caregiving that nobody can really prepare you for. So it's not about the exhaustion, it's not about the emotional weight, it's not about the responsibility. It's actually about the guilt. Yeah, the guilt. It's the guilt that shows up no matter what it is that you do. Sometimes you feel guilty because you're tired. Sometimes you feel guilty because you're frustrated. Sometimes you feel guilty because you are emotionally drained. And sometimes you feel guilty because you're trying to balance your own life while caring for your loved ones. And that's just a guilt behind that. And it's a real feeling, and it's nothing to feel bad about. It's just real, and that's just how caregivers feel sometimes. And we don't talk about that enough. I think caregivers carry guilt that no one else sees. I mean, we tell ourselves, we question ourselves, and we think that we should be doing more, that we are not being patient enough, we're not making the right decisions. We literally just question the things that we're doing. And we replay conversations in our mind because we think that something we did isn't right. But just go with what you're doing. Just know that you're doing it from your heart and that you're loving on the person that you love and that they feel that love and they receive that love from you. Guilt will creep in, but you have to learn how to just fight that thing and just be confident in your abilities and what it is that you are doing for the person. Sometimes we worry even if we are falling short. We question ourselves. We think we're falling short. But one thing I've learned, guilt doesn't always tell the truth. Sometimes it shows up simply because you are caring and loving on somebody. Guilt is going to show up. It's because you're invested. You love deeply. And you want the very best for the person that you're caring for. And sometimes when you love somebody real deep, and you're caring for somebody, sometimes it just feel like you're just not doing enough. You want to just make sure that you're doing your very best for that person. And that's sometimes when guilt comes in and try to rob you of the feeling that you know that you're doing your best. It tries to rob you of your confidence in that. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. We're not no superhero. We're human beings. And human beings, we get tired. We make mistakes. We need support. We need rest. We get emotional. I mean, we're human. Okay, so don't beat yourself up about feeling guilty because that feeling is going to come. You're not a superhero, okay? You're not. That doesn't mean that you're falling apart. One thing that I wish and I want every caregiver to understand is you don't have to be perfect to be loving. Let me say that again, honey. You don't have to be perfect to be loving. You just don't. The fact that you're showing up, you're trying, and you care, I mean, that's enough right there. That tells me right there that you care and that you love the person that you're caring for. And you need to start giving yourself the same grace that we give everybody else. We need to give ourselves that same grace and stop beating ourselves up. Because if you're not careful, guilt will rob you of the time that you should be cherishing with that loved one. But yet you're being robbed of that time because you're feeling guilty and you're all up in your feelings. And that's really, really important to understand. Okay? Understand that. Cherish the times that you have with that person and know that you are a loving family caretaker of that person. And don't let guilt rob you of that time that you have. Every moment is precious, okay? Every single moment is precious. So today I want to encourage every caregiver watching this. Every caregiver watching this. Show up, do your best, love on your parent. Because caregiving was never meant to be perfect. It was meant to be loving, and then there is definitely a difference between the two. As long as you're loving on your parent or the family member that you're caring for, that's all that's important, okay? Thank you so much for watching.